So we're gonna use the gloss gel medium to take this Xerox copy and transfer this image down here onto my painting. You can do this with the gloss gel, you can use any other acrylic medium. I think the gloss gel works pretty nicely. I've already got about 5 coats of gloss medium on this here over my painting. So what we're gonna do, scoop out some of the gloss medium. Paint a coat super thickly here on our panel. I'm painting in the area that I'm pretty sure the paper is going to go. Probably could have set this down first, but probably going to get a little tacky, and that's okay. So then we're going to take the gloss gel medium and paint over our photocopy. And again, this can be pretty thick. Take this and I'm going to set it down, and I'm going to try and get it a little off register so it's not exactly perfect. Okay. Then I'm going to take the burnisher and start in the middle and scrape this down really nice and flat. So really we're just burnishing the Xerox down into the gloss that we've already laid. Okay, and then that will dry overnight. So now that our Xerox copy has been glued down with the gloss gel and it's dried for a few hours, I let it dry overnight. What we'll do is take some water and get this paper wet. You'll notice that as the paper gets really wet, it does start to just sort of rub right off. Now I'm just using a paper towel for this, which may or may not continue working. But you can use a sponge, you can use your fingers. You'll notice this line right here from where the paper edge was. You can sort of rub that down. The more you rub off, the more paper will come up. We can also use this toothbrush here. So while it's wet, you won't really be able to tell where all of the paper is, so you might need to let this dry down and then you can come back in again and keep rubbing the paper off. So why don't I do that to show you what it'll look like. So now that we've let this dry a little bit, you can see that there's this milky texture that's still there from the paper. So I can add a little bit of water. I can just use a little spray bottle if I want. And now I can start doing this in little detailed spots, sort of scrub in even more. So the original size of my Xerox copy wasn't big enough for this entire panel, but if you wanted, you could glue the paper down to the entire piece with the acrylic medium, and then you could leave some of this texture and it would cover the entire thing and you could paint back into it as well.